welcome to session 2 of Unit 5. And in this session, we'll be looking at the physics syllabus. My name is Patrick Ejay. Now, at the end of this session, you should be able to explain the physics syllabus. State and explain the types of syllabi used in physics. So, let's look at the physics syllabus. What is a syllabus? So when we talk about a syllabus, basically we will say an outline of topics for a particular level of learning. And so the physics syllabus could be described as a condensed outline or a statement of the main topics of a course of study in physics that is drawn from the broad physics curriculum of the school system. And we can also define the physics syllabus as a broad outline of units or topics in physics that are arranged in a logical sequence for coverage by physics students for specific examination and certification. So you realize that when you take the senior high school physics syllabus, we have a series of topics, and these topics have been arranged in a certain order. And when the student, after having gone through all the topics, the student is supposed to take an exam, normally, which is the external exam, and after the exam, we provide or give a certificate to the learner. So you realize that after going through all these topics, the student has to take an examination, and after the exam, a certificate will be awarded to the learner. Now, what are the types of syllabi that we have? And so with physics syllabus, we have two. And these two are the physics examination syllabus and the physics teaching syllabus. So we have the examination and the teaching syllabus. Now let's look at the physics examination syllabus. And this syllabus indicates physics topics to be covered for a particular examination in physics. And an example is the West African Examinations Council syllabi on physics for the senior high schools or senior secondary schools. Now, when you look at this, the purpose is that after going through all the topics that have been prescribed by the council, the student is supposed to take an exam. And so the purpose is for examination. So the physics examination syllabus is drawn up by a team of physics experts or physics educators who are usually outside the school system. So that is the physics examination syllabus, and the purpose is for a particular examination. Now, what of the physics teaching syllabus? And the teaching syllabus is an outline of the work planned to be done in a course of one term or 1 year with each class at the senior high level in physics. So the courses, the topics that are being outlined, that will be treated in a term. And now at the senior high school, we use the semester system. So the various topics that will be planned to be taught or treated in a semester or in the academic year now becomes the physics teaching syllabus. And here the topics are arranged in a logical sequence according to the relationship between the various physics topics in the syllabus. So we have that arrangement where mechanics topics are arranged. Then when we get to heat, you will also see that they have also been arranged in a certain logical sequence. Now in the physics teaching syllabus, various related parts of the physics topics or units which are related are brought together. So the various parts that are related, you bring these together and then you teach them. So when you take the senior high school syllabus that has been provided by Genius, a typical recommendation that teachers must take note of is that although they have given you that syllabus, that these are the topics to be treated with your learners, and they have already provided a sequence. However, they offer that flexibility for you, the teacher, to rearrange the topics based on how they are related, so that Anytime you are teaching the concept, that sequence of information is going to be seen, or the learners can have a clear understanding of the concepts you are presenting to them. And the physics teacher should therefore ensure that the physics teaching syllabus is arranged so that topics suit the intellectual or academic level of the students. So, for instance, when you take the physics syllabus, and let's assume a teacher wants to start with atomic physics in year one. Now, when you look at the syllabus, the various topics under atomic physics, you realize we have the structure of the atom, the various models of the atom by different scientists. Then, when you continue, you realize that photoelectric effect, thermionic emissions, they are all under this atomic physics. And so, let's assume in year one, and you want to treat all these components, you realize that when you start teaching the structure of the atom and the models, your learners are going to be okay because basically that is at their level. They just entered the system. But the moment you should start with photoelectric effects, where they don't have much knowledge in forces and other concepts that will help them to understand, you realize that it will, although it is a topic they can learn, but at their academic level, at the level in which they are, the topics that were being selected for them may not be at their intellectual level. And so when you continue, you realize that your learners are going to find difficulty in trying to understand some of the concepts you present to them in that early stage in their studies at the senior high school. And the most effective physics teaching syllabus spells out the following necessary information. So, what physics topics are to be covered in a specific period? What should be the depth of coverage of the physics topics? What should be the sequence of treatment that indicates the physics topics that will require more time than others? And what are the guidelines for methods of teaching? And references and materials needed for each physics topic. So you realize that every physics syllabus must provide this information. What topic is going to be treated? And we said that the teaching syllabus is for a semester or an academic year. And so once you draw it up, we must see the various topics you are going to cover in that semester or that academic year. The depth of coverage. To what extent should we cover the topics that have been stated in your syllabus? The sequence, which one should come first? The various methodologies that can enhance the teaching and learning of the various topics that has been provided or you have selected as a teacher, and as well as reference materials. Every effective physics teaching syllabus must specify this necessary information. Now, students, in this session, we looked at the physics syllabus, and we saw we have two types of physics syllabi, and these are the physics examination syllabus and the physics teaching syllabus. So you realize that the examination syllabus even depends on the teaching syllabus. So every time the teacher may want to design the physics teaching syllabus, he or she will have to consult the physics examination syllabus, because at the end of the year, students are going to be examined, and after the examination, we have to award them certificates to identify or to give an evidence that they have covered this set of topics in the physics curriculum or the physics syllabus. I hope you enjoyed this session on the physics syllabus.